up, you guys? It's your girl, Skinny Penis, aka Jessie. I just realized I never told you guys my name, and I've done 2 videos already. So, hi, my name is Jessie. You can also call me Skinny Penis. I don't mind either way. Today, on another mukbang, we have Korean-style corn cheese a la Stephanie Soo. I'll link her recipe in the description box. And then we have some homemade spicy rice cakes and fish cakes, which my friend Christa made for me. We also have kimchi because I love kimchi so much. You know what? You want to know what's cool? We only paid 21 cents for this thing because I had a $5 gift card, or a $5 and some change gift card. We love a cheap bitch. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's begin. I gotta dig into this Korean thing. I gotta dig into this corn. Oh, I guess I had the wooden spoon. Oh, and introducing my husband. You want to say hi?
Hello.
Hello. That's my husband. His name is Chef. My name's Chef.
Well, that's my hand.
He doesn't want to eat on camera today, which is fine. He's not very like, oh, the cheese didn't. Oh, no, it's still cheesy. It's still cheesy. You know, I'm going to do it with this spoon. I got my. Let's see if we got any cheese pull. Yum. My mouth is watering. Would you like some? I'll give you some. You have a little plate, right? A little purple plate? What happened to that purple plate? Oh, just... Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to eat this. You need a spoon, baby?
Got one
or do you
right
want to
here.
eat this? Oh, okay. Are you going to go chopsticks with the... Oh, you're going to eat the...
Okay.
Oh my god. This is amazing. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Mmm. There's a corn kernel stuck in the little slots. Little slots. What'd you call me?
Sounds like a personal problem with me. What are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about ghosts. Ghosts. Not like Casper, but like real ghosts. Phantom spirits, you know?
Okay. And what about it?
So good. Mmm. My friend Christa made this. Thank you, Christa. This is bomb. This is so good. Mmm. So is this corn. Thanks, Stephanie Soo, for the recipe, baby. I don't know why I call you baby, but I feel like we have that type of relationship. Mmm.
Alright, ghosts.
Ghosts.
Ready, set, action.
Ghost. A lot of people don't believe in ghosts. And a lot of people do. I have always believed in ghosts. Because if I believe in God and Jesus Christ, I feel like believing in ghosts is kind of a given. You know? You know what I mean? Ooh, I'm gonna put this in there. The kimchi we got from Target, it's really good. Ooh, it's like smoky. And having kimchi probiotics, you know, natural probiotics, is good for you. Mmm. I'm gonna put some kimchi right here.
Okay.
Grab it from the jar.
Yeah.
And I just have regular dill pickles. I like pickles. So, I've always believed in ghosts. And I think my belief into my adulthood life has a lot to do with the fact that I have had encounters. Paranormal encounters. I can't get enough of this stuff. It's so good. The first encounter I can remember having was when I was 9. good kick to it. We lived in this little rental house out in the east side of Fort Worth. I say little, but it was a big house. And I lived with my family. This is so good. Did you get it with the bell pepper?
Mm-hmm.
Can you taste the bell pepper? A little bit.
A little bit.
I was 9 years old. You know, I like to spend most of my time outside. As most 9-year-olds do. Well, this was the 90s. I don't know about kids now. I feel like I don't see very many kids outside anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and put some right there. If that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, blocking my face. But, so we had a habit of changing clothes when we came inside after playing outside. You know, when we came in from playing outside for a long time. Just because, you know how moms are. Change your clothes. You stink. You know, we're gonna go somewhere. Change your clothes. You're covered in dirt. That type of thing.
Yeah.
So, I went outside. I came inside. And, is that kimchi? Yeah. I had, the way the house was shaped is, the driveway. So the front of the house, and then the driveway wrapped around it was J-shaped. So, come down the hill, and then it hooks around the back of the house, and that's where we came in and out of the house a lot. There was no front gate yet. The people who own that house now, they have a gate. And that jar of kimchi is way too small for us.
Mm-hmm.
We had kimchi tacos last night. It was so good. Oh, I should do a mukbang like that sometime. Anyway. Right inside my house, my bedroom was on the side of the house. And on the side of the house was our neighbor's house, who could see directly into my bedroom from their house. But I ran inside and I think we were going somewhere. I think we were probably going to fucking Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know. I took a big bite. And my blinds were open when I came inside. And I thought, oh, I should probably close my blinds if I'm going to change my shirt. But being a lazy 9-year-old who just wanted to go play at Chuck E. Cheese or go eat, whatever, I was like,
I'll just
screw
be
it.
fast.
I'll just be fast, yeah. And so, I grab my shirt, and I turn around and I'm facing my armoire, which is on the opposite side of the window. So, like, the window's right here, and I was facing that way. And so I'm turned around, and I'm pulling my shirt up, and, oh, they can see my pits. So, I'm pulling my shirt up, I'm like this, and as I'm pulling it up over my head, like right here, I notice that the room starts to get darker. I can't get over how good this corn is. I'm gonna probably not enjoy this later. You know what I'm saying? Why do I keep saying that today? Ugh. This kimchi is really good.
You know what I'm saying?
Shut up. And did you try the fish cakes?
Oh, yeah.
I don't really like fish cakes, to be honest. I'll try hers though. She made this for us.
not too bad.
Actually, it was good flavor. It didn't taste fishy at all.
That's good.
So, I noticed the room starts to get darker. I'm like, okay. And I turn around to look at the window after I pull my shirt up over my head. I'm like this, covering my nipple. I'm 9, I didn't have boobs. I turn around, and the blinds are closing by themselves. You know that little spoolie that you use to twist in some blinds? It was turning by itself. And I remember vividly the turning because it was clear and it kept catching the light as I was watching it. And I stood there like this. And I finished changing, and then I just walked out and didn't tell anybody until I was an adult. I think that it wasn't that I was scared. I understood what was happening, but I think in my mind back then, I was like, oh, it's probably just like a guardian angel. And I remember other weird stuff happening, but being a little kid, I was like, that's just my guardian angel. You know what scared me back then was Chucky. Chucky scared me then.
Yeah.
Ghosts didn't scare me, but dolls coming to life and trying to murder you, that scared me. Ghosts didn't scare me. Not until I went to Corpus Christi and met my cousin Deandra for the first time, and she scared the shit out of me by telling me the story of Llorona. You know the story of Llorona?
No.
The ghost? Okay, so the story goes, if you're Latina or Latin, Hispanic, whatever, everybody knows the story of Llorona. I mean, I think it's more of a Mexican thing. Maybe it's like a Tejano thing, I don't know.
Who knows?
So, do you need one?
No, not right now.
This is so good. The kimchi's kind of spicy, and so is the rice cakes, and it's good.
I'm picking up my corn droppings.
The spiciness of the rice cake goes really, really well with the corn. It's not much of a corn cheese pool. Ooh, that is a good... Let me show you. Oh, yeah. Look at that cheese. We put it in the broiler in our oven. It's still nice and hot, the corn. So the story of Llorona, the way Deandra, my cousin, told me, I was like 12. No, I was like 10. I was 10. Because it was after we moved to Saginaw when I started getting bullied. The way Deandra said was that this woman who lived in San Antonio, or Corpus, that's where my cousin is from, is Corpus. This woman with 2 children, whose husband had left her, had fallen in love with this very rich, like, man, or doctor, or whatever. Oh, did you see that? That was sexy. Who was married, and told Llorona he was going to leave her, or leave his wife. And but the only reason he wouldn't leave his wife for her is because she had kids. So Llorona did the only thing she thought was smart, and she decided to abandon her kids in the woods. And then she found out that, now I could be wrong, some of y'all may know about this story better. She found out her kids had drowned
But she abandoned them in the woods near a lake. Near like this cliff lake. There's nothing very similar to that in San Antonio. But, or Corpus, I don't think. But then, the man, she goes to the man, she goes like, my children are dead. We can be together now, though. And he goes, bitch, I ain't gonna leave my wife for you. Ho? You thought. Or like the equivalent. And so, are you getting full?
Not yet.
I sound like a good pop. I'm getting full. I'm like the worst mukbanger. I get so full. So the guy's like, I'm not gonna leave you. No, I'm not gonna leave my wife for you, idiot. And so, now you're a murderer. And so, Yonona goes and throws herself into the water looking for her kids, or she drowns. She dies.
Happily ever after.
Because she was so bad, God said she couldn't go to heaven. And she had to find her kids. And so she came back to life as a spirit who wanders the earth, yelling, where are my children? Mija, mijo, where are my children? And if she catches you on the street, she kills you. When Deandra told me that story, I was so scared. I was like, hell no. Ain't no Yolanda finna take my family. Hell no. Every single night there in Corpus, I did not sleep. We were there for like a whole ass weekend. I was so scared. My mom was pissed when I got home. And I was like, I'm too scared because I'm afraid Yolanda's gonna come and kidnap the family. Because Deandra said that Yolanda takes children and kills adults. Especially men. I was like, she's gonna kidnap me and my siblings. And my mom was like, that hoe. Deandra was just trying to scare me. She was older.
Yeah.
And then my mom told me I couldn't watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer anymore because I got scared after an episode. She was like, no more Buffy. She goes, no more spooky stuff. No more Goosebumps. I snuck Goosebumps. I was like, no more Goosebumps. Hell, you talking about? I would sneak Goosebumps books. I would hide it at school. Hi guys, y'all can't have any of this. This is for grown humans only. So good. That doesn't help. Wow. Dude, that was just cheese.
There were a few kernels.
Did you try it with the corn?
Mhm.
It's good, huh? Oh, my leg is falling asleep.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Hey. I want to be famous.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so full. Y'all want to know something? Jeff didn't believe in ghosts until an incident that happened when he was at my parents' house. Do you want to tell that story or you want me to tell that story?
Go right ahead.
So, my parents asked me, at this point, this was almost 5 years ago at this point. And my parents had asked us if we would come and house sit for them. For a night. Or a couple nights. I don't remember. Oh, why were we there? I genuinely don't remember. I think they had just asked us to house sit, honestly.
Yeah.
And So we were sleeping in my grandma's room, and it was just us in the house, just Jeff and I. Excuse me. And so we came to stay the night, and we were at that kind of moment of sleep where you're partly asleep, but you're also kind of awake, and where you kind of start dreaming. And they say that's the moment where you could actually lucid dream if you can, if you want to learn to master lucid dream. That's the moment that you would do it. Do you know what lucid dreaming is? Lucid dreaming, I believe, if I'm not incorrect, is when you can control your dreams. So you're whole ass dreaming, you know, but you can control what happens. It's kind of like, what was that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Inception.
Mm-hmm. Where he was basically controlling that world.
Mm-hmm.
It's akin to that. Man, the cheese with this is so good. We need to make the... Next, we're going to make the Korean corn dogs.
Sounds good.
The Korean corn cheese dogs. Those look so good. Use your spoon.
Too much work.
And so... it's just a sign that I don't need much more. This corn, though, was so good. Everything was really, really tasty. Even my grandma liked the rice cakes, which I was surprised by because she's picky. So Jeff and I are on that stage where you're kind of awake, kind of sleeping. When all of a sudden, we heard the unmistakable cacophony of a car crash, or like a train and a car colliding. Just metal against metal, metal crumpling. It was so loud, so thunderous, it shook the house. Now I know what you're thinking. Base you dreaming.
That or a rainstorm.
Or a rainstorm, or thunder. It was clear skies. It shook the house, and you cannot mistake thunder for a car crash. It sounded like the car crash was inside the house. It sounded like it had happened in that room, like just above our heads, surrounding us. We can't share a dream, no matter what people think. You might dream similar things at different times, but you don't dream the exact same thing.
Right.
It woke us up. Like, it shook us from bed. And we were like, oh my God, what was that? And Jeff said, it had to have been a car crash. And I was like, but it sounded like it was in the room. He was like, no, it had to have been a car crash. I was like, okay, well, we'll go outside. So we go outside and we walk up and down our street.
It's
Nothing.
quiet.
It's
still.
quiet. It was like 3 a.m. It was night. It was quiet. It was still, like Jeff said. And the sky was clear, so it wasn't thunder. You could see the stars. There were no clouds. We checked the news, and it sounded too loud for it to have been the street behind my street. It was too loud for that. We even checked the security cameras, because my parents had security cameras. Nothing. Not a damn thing. And then I confessed to Jeff, I was like, I have to tell you something about this house. Weird things have been happening here since we moved in. But the worst of it started after our dog died. And boom, 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 boom. So, that was the moment that you started believing.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? I want to know. What was it about that? Like, was it just the sound? Was it?
I think it was partially due to the sound and us both hearing it at the same exact moment. think that's partially what it was.
Luch is wagging his tail and hitting a bag. Just climb over me. You can't have any of this. You can't. Not this stuff. Weird stuff started happening in that house a lot. And while we were living there, it happened mostly to my sister and me. And our parents didn't believe us because it was a new house. It was built. But it could have been built on, like, Indian burial grounds or could have been a curse. I don't know. But weird stuff. The stuff started worse after our dog died. That's when it got really bad. And then it quieted down after I got a dog. Because I had moved out. I think... So I moved out like a year or two after my dog died. After our dog died. It was less than a year. She died in April. And I moved out in October, November. And that's when the weird stuff started happening, like right then. Like those months after I'd moved out. And it didn't start calming down until I got Lucci. And our parents would never believe us. But it wasn't until, because it's a new house, you know, they're like, y'all are crazy, whatever. You're just scaring yourselves. You watch too many ghost stories, blah, blah, blah. Too many spooky videos, blah, blah. And, but one day, my mom started working from home. And that's when she started hearing the stuff. I mean, it was like overt. After our dog died. It was like heavy stomping feet, like running across the catwalk. Doors slamming. Before I moved out, I was sleepwalking so much. I was scared the crap out of my little sister all the time. I think my brother. I think my brother had a couple of run-ins too. It was like a thing though. We just didn't talk about it. Even when our dog was still around, there were things like the running. It was slow walking though. There was one time, this guy I was friends with back then, his name was, I don't remember his name. Anyway, we're not friends anymore, so it doesn't matter. But we were hanging around downstairs when we heard the unmistakable sound of running from like my room to the media room, and then the doors slamming. They were French doors. Like, it was unmistakable. Mm-hmm. And he was like, he kind of did this. He looked up with me, and I just sat there. Because we didn't talk about it. We didn't acknowledge it. Because a curandera told us that if we acknowledge it, it'll get worse. And so I just sat there. And he was like, something's here. And I was like, and he was like, no, Jess. And I was like, we don't talk about it. I didn't tell him about it until afterwards. I was like, curandera said not to talk about it because she said that if we acknowledge it, it'll get worse. Then Isha died. And that's when the real shit started going down. It was like heavy stomping, like boom, 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 all the time. Oops. It was heavy stomping, heavy like noises, whispering. The first incident after my dog died was a seashell I had. It's like this. Excuse me. I have it somewhere still. Flying across the bedroom, my room. Just freaking flying, you know? Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't get that kimchi. Mm. Mm. You know how when you eat a lot of something, it starts not tasting good? Not the case this time, Beach. I hope they can hear us okay. Next time I'll use my microphone. I was just too lazy to set it up this time. And then...
No, we just didn't have enough time to set it
Yeah. And then another incident. My sister was sitting in her room. She had the family-sized bag of potato chips. And she was eating them by herself. She was reaching her hand in the bag, pulling out chips, eating it. Reaching her hand in, pulling out a chip. You know how it goes. She was an athlete, so it wasn't like unheard of. That girl, she could finish a whole thing of Chips Ahoy cookies in a single sitting when she was like 10. But she just ate a lot and she never gained any weight because she worked out a lot. You know, when you're younger, your metabolism is so different. Anyway, so she's sitting there eating the chips. And I was in my room. We had a Jack and Jill bathroom. I heard her scream at the top of her lungs. And she came flying into my room. She was like, "The bag! The bag!" The bag. I'll show you guys with this Dollar Tree Family Dollar bag. The bag. She stuck her hand in the bag and it vacuum sealed tight around her arm like that. And she kept trying to pull it and she couldn't get it out. And so that's when she was screaming because she was starting to panic. And the bag, she like ripped her hand from the bag and came running into my room. She was like, "The bag closed over my hand. I couldn't get it out." We were so freaked out. She slept in my room that night. Or in my parents' room. I don't remember. But I just remember like freaking out with her. I was like, "It's okay. It's okay." And I know it wasn't okay. I was like, "It's fine. It's okay. Don't acknowledge it. Don't talk about it."
Yeah.
It was the scariest thing. Just weird stuff always happened. Stuff would disappear. And so I know some of y'all might be thinking, "Man, somebody was living in y'all's attic." I don't think so. Because a bag wouldn't close over her arm like that if somebody was living in the walls or whatever. I wonder if we were like, if the houses were built. Oh, and weird stuff started happening, like, in the whole neighborhood. People, so our next door neighbor, I mean, they rented the house next door. The youngest son, he ended up being he was like a good kid, but he was weird. This is like true crime though. This isn't a ghost. This is just him being a messed up kid. He would babysit special needs children, like he had all of the requirements or whatever. Well, then they found out after he was an adult, he'd been molesting the kids, abusing them.
That's jacked up.
Because they were special needs, they really couldn't tell an adult. He was taking, I think that's just people who do shit to children is just the sickest, most disgusting of scum. Just the most nastiest. You gotta be real fucked up to do something like that to a child. Anyway. Oh, there's carrots in here. I can't get the carrot. We need a bigger jar of kimchi.
Yes, we do.
We bought this yesterday.
Last night.
Last night. We were having tostadas. My grandma made tostadas for us with just beans and cheese. And I started putting that kimchi on top. I was like, this shit is delicious. So now I understand why there are a lot of like Korean and Mexican restaurants. Like Korean Mexican blend. Oh my gosh, this was so yummy.
Hurricane.
Korean?
Yeah, something like that.
That door is Korean. Oh, no, I'm full. I'm stuffed. that's it for today's mukbang. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for eating with me. I hope you guys sat down and had a nice meal. If you ever want to try this delicious thingy, this delicious corn, cheese, bell pepper mix, smorgasbord. Ooh, we should do that sometime. Like a literal Swedish smorgasbord. It would be so good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments what y'all thought about our scary, spooky stories. Let me know what you think ghosts are. I have a friend who says that she thinks they're demons. I kind of agree and I kind of disagree. I don't know. It's an interesting topic. I love ghost stories. I love reading scary, spooky shit. So y'all let me know if you have some good stories. Oh, I almost squeezed your nose. Alright. Thanks again so much for watching. You want to say hi? Oh, that burp. You can say hi? Hello. This is Lucci. This is my boy. Sophia's too comfortable. I don't want to pick her up. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Remember that Jesus loves you, and have a good night. Another lemon. I have some.